Hey everyone, this is Ann Scott. You are here with us tonight for a consultant training. It's called Taco. So we talk about the opportunity for consultants. So the talk about consultant opportunity. There we go. um, and this is a training that could be for anybody that is thinking about joining Scentsy as a business or as a discount. Have questions about what it's like to be a Scentsy consultant or anything like that. So, like I said, I'm Ann Scott. I've been with Scentsy for 13 years, which is incredible this is my longest ever job. I do it full time. I stay home. I have littles, and so this just keeps me busy. I am at a superstar director level, and I kind of oversee our group, but I'm going to have Courtney introduce herself as well. She is one of our directors in our group, and she can tell you a little bit about herself and why she loves Scentsy so much.
Yeah, thanks, Anne. Hello, everybody. As Anne mentioned, my name is Courtney, and I have been with Scentsy for 3.5 years, a little bit over 3.5 years now. And I am a director. So I currently lead a team of about 45 consultants. And when I joined Scentsy, it was because one, I just loved the product so much, but when I hosted my very first party, I had been approached and told that I would be a good consultant. And I was like, oh, I like the products, but I don't know if that's for me, really. I worked as a full-time insurance agent, and I was like, I'm not a salesperson. That's not something that, I feel like I would be good at. But I decided to take a chance and give it a try because I felt that with my current role as at the time in the insurance industry, I wanted to help develop myself like professionally. And in order to do that, I wanted to step into a leadership role, but also just get more comfortable with networking and talking with people and getting myself and my name out there, because it's one part of me that I felt like was a little bit of a weakness or a weak point. And so I actually joined Scentsy because I wanted to develop myself, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't all just about the money, which is a great bonus. Don't get me wrong, but it was also just to help myself in my current role. And along the way, I ended up promoting 2 times at my job as an insurance agent with some of the, skills that I learned through Scentsy. And then I ended up promoting with Scentsy at the same time, multiple times as well. So it was a really great, I think, opportunity and chance that I took just to like develop myself. And I just continue to learn like every day in both of my roles. I still work full time as an insurance agent, and I still work Scentsy. I'm now a full-time mom as well. So, all of those roles kind of intertwined together, but I think that they've helped me make a better version of myself. So I'm super, super happy with the choice that I made.
That's awesome. I love that the reason that you joined, because a lot of times direct sales are, oh, you should join so that you can stay home with your kids and you can quit your full-time job and you can do all the things, right? Sometimes people love their jobs. They love what they do. Sometimes it's not about the money. I know there's other times where I've heard consultants do it for fundraising funds, for
Yeah.
being to be able to support like a rescue center or taking care of like their elderly parents or something like that. Like it's not always about staying home, quitting your job, that can come as well. And
Mhm.
that I've seen that happen many, 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 many times over and over again. But it also is just it can be a business to give you support that would further your career. It can give you travel opportunities. It can give you something of your own. There's just so much that joining something like Scentsy can give you, which is pretty cool. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to change the view. There we go. Awesome. All right. So we're going to just quickly go through a few things. If you're watching this after the fact, we are recording this in March of 2022, and we have a really fantastic join special right now. But there's always times where you can maybe join Scentsy for a discount as well as the $99 kit that we always have. So if you're watching this after March of 2022, check with the person that gave you this recording and just to see if there's any kits out there that are extra special, or you can host your own party and earn your kit as well. Or you can just outright buy it. So it's totally up to you and how you want to do it. But gonna do a really simple, really fast rundown of why you should join our group and why Scentsy is so awesome. We're gonna just kind of do it very basic of the who, why, what, where, how, when, kind of a gig. Okay. So anyone over the age of 18 is able to join Scentsy, and we are in the US, we are in Canada, we are all sorts of countries. And you can join, and then you can have people join with you that are over 18 and in any region that we are in. So right now we have 3 different regions, and that is multiple different countries. I don't even know how many countries we're in right now. I think we're over like 13 or 14, which is pretty cool. Obviously, the United States is our biggest market. Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, we're everywhere. So it's kind of fun to be able to branch out. And that's kind of the cool point about a cool fact about our team too, is that we have so many people in so many different states in the US right now that it's so fun that you really are not alone. There's probably somebody already in your state in our group, and we can always connect you with that. So what is Scentsy? Why would you want to do it? Scentsy is a fragrance company that we are an industry leading and very family friendly. And I bring up those 2 key points because we are trying to be the very industry best. And I'm very biased, but we have the best fragrance. We have the best products. We have a wide range of products. When I started, it was literally a wax bar and warmers, and that was it. We didn't have anything else 13 years ago. And now we are probably, I don't even know how many scents we have right now, a gazillion. And our product line keeps getting larger and larger and larger. We keep offering new licensed products because we have these amazing partnerships with Disney and the NHL and the NHL and FL. There's just so much. Harry Potter, that's part of Warner Brothers. There's just so much that we have that we can tap into. And I don't think it's ever going to stop. Like, I don't ever see them saying, okay, hold up, we've got too much going on in the pot. Like, we're just going to stop creating. That's just not in our future. But the biggest thing that I love probably the most is that it is a family friendly company. So everything that we make obviously is going to be family friendly for our pets, to our kids, to our own lungs, to everything. It is 100%. But we also, like our founders and all the leaders above and home office, really stress about how you don't spend family money on Scentsy, you spend Scentsy money on family. And I love that. I think that is like one of my values that I see very strong, and why I stay is because I know that they're looking out for the family and my family. And I'm not just a number, but it's my family, and how am I going to take care of my family because of how I'm working my Scentsy business. So I absolutely love that. How and where Can you sell? How and where can you do this business? Kind of covering that. You can do Scentsy basically anywhere. There's so many different styles, so many different ways that you can do it. There's no one set way that you have to do it XYZ. Literally, if you can create it, you can make it. Basically, Scentsy does have some guidelines. Like I was talking about those partnerships that we have. There are some guidelines that we have that are set out by some of these larger organizations that we work with, like Disney, and making sure that we are being cautious of what their brand is and our brand. So they're not crazy. Obviously, they're just guidelines to make it more fair for everyone across the board in Scentsy, which is pretty cool. So you literally can do it anywhere. You can do parties. You can do online parties, home parties, basket parties. You can do events. You can do fundraisers. You can sell one-on-one. Like, here's my website. Sell or buy from me. Some people sell to like maybe a business that wants to have fragrance flowers in their bathrooms to make their bathroom smell good. You could do it that way. You cannot have a retail location of Scentsy. That would be not in our guidelines, but anything other than that, like it's whatever you can create. Some people put together like little whiff boxes or bags every month, and you sell it to your customers. And literally, like, you put together a bag. Let's say you have X amount of products in it, and then you pre-sell them or sell them. I mean, it's literally, we call them whiff boxes or scent crates or anything that you want to call them. But that was something that consultants created. So there isn't really, other than the selling at a retail location, which would be a brick and mortar store. Obviously can't do that because we are a party business in sense. So you can do it however you want, which is pretty cool. Okay. So let's go back. To be a consultant, you need to do $200 in, we call it PRV, which is personal retail value or volume. And that's $200 in 1 month over 12 months. So let's say you purchase or you sell or you put $200 of orders in January, you are good until the next January as of March 2022. Okay, that could change down the road. We don't know. But that's the requirements to stay active consultant. So you can have a website, you can have sales, but you just need to have that $200 within 1 month of a 12-month increment, which is pretty reasonable and obtainable. Let's say you want to join Scentsy to get a discount for yourself. Totally cool. You will want to get $200 in 1 month. So maybe you have to ask a sister or a brother or mom or dad or someone else, some family member. Maybe you have a cousin, an aunt, someone else that loves Scentsy. Just get a few orders from them, put a $200 order in, and then you can order all year long. So super simple. Why would you want to join Scentsy? So this, I think, is a lot of why people want to join, or the reasons why people join is, and I just have a few. Obviously the world is, or the amount of them is endless. But these are the ones that I thought of, and these are the reasons that I stay and that why I kind of am around Scentsy. So Scentsy is a community, and from hearing from other friends that are in other direct sales, we are a community that is like none other. We are very supportive. We share a lot of our trainings, our knowledge, our ideas. I feel like there's no one that's like, ooh, I know how to do this and I'm not going to share it, which I think is so huge. Like, yes, we compete against each other, but we all have this understanding that there is enough business for everybody, and not everybody knows the exact same people. There's so many people, and everyone knows somebody else, right? So there is enough business for everybody, and the community around us is pretty fantastic. So our personal group that is underneath me, we have a great community as well. We're very active on our Facebook pages. I do some trainings. Monday nights are kind of our training nights where we have topics and anything that I could train on to help you guys create a better business for yourself. But we also do bingo nights and scavenger hunt nights, and sometimes we do happy hours. We love to get in together in person when we can. Over the last 2 years, it's been a little bit non-existent because of what we've gone through in the last 2 years. But I have a feeling that that's going to start to come back, which is awesome. We have trainings like that, but also, so like anyone that would be joining Scentsy has access to all of that. And then once you hit to be a leader, we have leadership training as well. So you're not just shoved into a position and you're like, okay, here you go, have fun. Like, we are there to help all along the way, which is pretty fantastic. But Scentsy also has amazing, amazing, amazing trainings, again, for director and above, and for all the consultants that are in Scentsy. So, which is pretty awesome. I love that Scentsy, you can come as you are. You can wear a sweatshirt, you can wear jeans, you can wear whatever you want to wear. You can be who you want to be. There are no set guidelines or anything like that, like how you want to be a person within Scentsy. I love that it's your business, your way. You do it the way that you want to do it within the guidelines that Scentsy has. And it's, like I've said before, and I keep repeating myself, but literally it's how you want to do it, how you want to grow, how fast you want to go. There's no timeline. There's no ceiling that will stop you. Like, literally, there's nothing that will pull you back from the corporate side. So it's all how you want to do it. I love that this is my place to belong, to have fun. I get to meet amazing people. There's so many times when I talk about the business, and that the reason I stay is because of the people. I've met some amazing people, and I cannot imagine my life without them. And I'm so lucky and blessed that Scentsy has brought these amazing people into my life. It's a great way to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're feeling a little stuck, or you are like, I'm just needing something different. It's a great way to get unstuck. Okay. Yes, we teach you so much about how to run a business, but a lot of it is about our mental health and creating relationships and building on relationships and mindset. We talk a lot about a growth mindset and what that looks like and what that means. It's not just about business. It's really about being the best versions of ourselves. And if we can be the best version of ourselves for our life, for our business, for our family, for our friends, for our job, then we will have a great, great life. So Scentsy can bring all of that out. Like I said, our team offers online trainings. We do some in person. More in the summertime. We like to do like a barbecue, but again, we haven't been able to do any of those because of COVID. Fun nights, leaders. I love to do celebrations. Like once a month, we do a celebration night, which is really, really fun. Book clubs. We do on Thursday mornings, we have a work hour, so you can join, you can hop on our Zoom calls, and it's really fun because it's from everyone around the United States. And like here in Minnesota, we could have snow on the ground, and we can be talking to someone in Texas and they're having a heat wave, and it is just really, really, really cool. So a lot of that happens on Zoom. Just right now because of but the cool thing is that makes it so flexible, right? Like you can literally be anywhere and hop on and be connected with your Scentsy consultants that are within your group. So that's kind of all I have. I'm kind of trying to think if there's anything else on, if you think of anything that um no, okay, awesome. Really, like my story, why I signed up is I was an interior designer at the time, and I was feeling the crunch of the market crash in 2009. And I was obviously an interior designer. People weren't really using our services. Every week at work on Mondays, it was like layoff day. And you'd walk into the office and you'd wonder if you were going to get laid off. We were tight on money. I remember spending, we had a little bit of money on a credit card. I popped my starter kit on that card, and I just hoped for the best because everyone was loving it. I loved the scent white tea and cactus. Still love that scent to this day. It's in my Scentsy club because we no longer make it. But I loved it. And I'm like, well, if my husband's friends are all going to sign up, then I'm going to sign up because if they think they can do it, I know I can do it. So I literally remember like thinking that, like, if she's going to do it, then I know I can do this. Like, this will be fine. I didn't have a very good start with it. I did get laid off 3 weeks after I started. My husband now, but boyfriend at the time was also laid off. So we basically went through a really hard time in our life. When I first started Scentsy, we lost basically everything. Our home that we were living in, I'll never forget the day that the sheriff came and served us papers to evacuate our house. And that's kind of a low point in your life, right? Like, we had to move in with my parents. I think I was in my 30s, and it was not fun, like, at all. And since he kind of like has gotten me to a spot where I can have something of my own. I've made it to the highest level of the compensation plan. I've worked hard. I've raised my kiddos that know nothing other than Scentsy. And today we are having a great time. We have moved on from all of that garbage and we are moving forward. Obviously, we're, in such a different place, but it's because of Scentsy. We've met some amazing people that have poured into me, and I love doing the same to others, especially when someone is going through a hard time or someone that needs something more. This is a spot where it is safe to dream big. It's safe to have those wild dreams and to talk about them because it can actually happen. So if you are ever thinking about joining, we would love for you to join our team. And it's pretty simple. So anyone that you would like to join, you can contact the person that gave you this link, and they will get you the button to hit on the website and to join the team. So I hope that you will be joining soon, and I wish you all the very best. And I know you'll have a great one.